Hey there, history buffs and curious minds. Ever wondered what would happen if two of the ancient world's most powerful civilizations went head to head on the battlefield? Well, grab your popcorn because today we're pitting the Sumerians against the Egyptians in an epic military showdown. Who would win? Let's dive in and find out. First up, the Sumerians. These trailblazers emerged around 4500 BCE in Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, modern day Iraq. They didn't just invent the wheel, they also created cuneiform writing, which is like the great great grandparent of texting. Living in city states like Uruk, and Lagash, they were ruled by priest kings called Ensi. Imagine your mayor also being your local high priest. Talk about multitasking. When it came to throwing down, the Sumerians relied on citizen soldiers. Think of them as ancient weekend warriors called up when things got spicy. Armed with copper and bronze spears, axes, and swords, they weren't messing around. They even pioneered the phalanx formation, a tight-knit group of soldiers with overlapping shields and spears. Squad goals, anyone? On the other side, we have the Egyptians. Rising around 3100 BCE along the Nile River, yes, that Nile, the Egyptians were all about that pharaoh life. Their rulers were considered gods on earth, which must have made family dinners pretty interesting. They built pyramids, wrote in hieroglyphs, and made advances in medicine that would make even today's doctors raise an eyebrow. But let's talk military. Unlike the part-time Sumerian soldiers, the Egyptians had a professional standing army. These guys meant business. They boasted infantry, charioteers, and archers. Oh my! With bronze and later iron weapons, they were always leveling up. Their chariots had sleek designs, and their composite bows could hit targets from impressive distances. Archery game strong. So how do they stack up? Military training. Sumerians had part-time soldiers. Egyptians had full-time pros. Advantage Egypt. Technological advancements. Sumerians introduced the wheel and early chariots, but Egyptians took chariot warfare to fast and furious levels. Plus, superior bows. Another point for Egypt. Strategic strengths. Sumerians excelled in defensive tactics with fortified city-states. Egyptians favored speed and mobility. It's like a chess match between a defensive grandmaster and an aggressive prodigy. Scene sets on an open plain under the scorching sun. Picture this. The disciplined Sumerian phalanx stands firm, shields locked tight. Opposite them, Egyptian chariots race across the sands, kicking up dust. The Sumerians hold their ground as the Egyptians unleash a hail of arrows. The phalanx absorbs the barrage, but cracks begin to show. Then the Egyptians spot a gap. Their chariots charge through, disrupting the formation. The Sumerian lines falter. It's pandemonium. But wait, let's not forget logistics. Supply lines. Sumerians relied on their city-states for resources, which could be a stretch in prolonged battles. Egyptians, however, had the Nile, nature's express lane, for efficient supply runs. Leadership and morale. The Egyptians had pharaohs, celebrity generals with divine status. The Sumerians had priest kings, respected but maybe not as rallying on the battlefield. Environmental conditions. Fighting on open plains favors the mobility of Egyptian chariots over the static Sumerian phalanx. And the winner is, drumroll sounds. Based on their professional army, superior technology, and tactical prowess, it's likely the Egyptians would take home the victory. But hey, history isn't always predictable. Could the steadfast Sumerian phalanx have held out against the swift Egyptian chariots? What do you think? Drop your theories in the comments below. Thanks for joining this ancient clash of titans. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more historical showdowns, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, stay curious.